Deja, the Princess of Variety, and I'm back with my first review of BGC12. I was getting a lot of questions about whether or not I'm going to review BGC12, and yes, I am reviewing it, as you can see. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that I really loved how the girls met up outside of the house. Everybody met up before they got to the mansion, so everybody had already seen each other, talked to each other, etc., before they picked out their rooms and even saw what the house looked like and where it was located and stuff. And I thought that was really cool because I've personally never seen that in a Bad Girls Club season. So I thought that was really cool how they all met up first and then went to the house. I'm surprised that there wasn't really any drama about like who sleeps where and stuff, and oh, I want this room and stuff, because usually when they all go to the house like 2 at a time or whatever, everyone has their rooms and stuff picked out before some people get there. So yeah, that was interesting to watch. Another thing that I really enjoyed seeing is how they have the family pictures in the house, because it really makes it seem like more of a home rather than like an institution for psychotic girls, if that makes sense. When the girls were meeting up, I was kind of observing to see who was going to be really judgmental, because during the first episode when the girls are meeting up and it shows their interviews and them talking while they are talking to the girls in person, you kind of get to see what they thought about the girls when they were meeting them, and you usually get to get a first impression of how some of the girls kind of are as far as being judgmental goes. And I was kind of looking out for that to see who was saying mean stuff in the interviews about the girls that they were meeting. And one thing that caught my eye was when Alex was like, I'm not going to judge Linsey, and then she had just judged her in the interview and said something about how she was looking or something. I don't know, but I like seeing girls come into the house and be like, oh, these girls are really cool or whatever. I mean, it just kind of makes it seem like they're a more friendly person than someone that's from jump like, oh, this girl is super ugly, you know? For those of you that watch Making It to the Mansion, we kind of know what's going to happen between Red and Jada for the most part, I guess. And I kind of thought that that little romance that they had blossoming kind of started within the middle of the season or so, but it seemed like Red was like really feeling Jada on the first episode. Like she was like all over her when they first met, and I didn't know that Red had been attracted to Jada from jump. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of quick, but they're kind of touchy-feely. That fight in the limo though, I'm not really going to talk about this much because I think the limo fights are really stupid. Just like in episode 2, which I'm going to review soon, but I've already watched and I'm pretty sure most of you have watched. The limo fight, like I just don't, like some people hype up the limo fights like, oh my god, they're fighting in the limo. I just think the limo fights are really stupid and they're usually really petty. Like I don't know, I just don't like the limo fights, but I think they're really stupid. And they always start at random times. It's like, it's just over random stupid stuff. Like the fight over the burp. Alex burped and then Linsey was like, oh, I thought you were like all classy and stuff. Basically, that's what she said to her. And then everybody started jumping in. It was just stupid. Like, you guys are fighting over someone burping, really. I don't like the limo fights. I think they're always stupid. There's only a handful that's like pretty decent. Like the one on season 7 with... The season 7 ones were always pretty interesting, and... you know, with Shelly and Judy. Are you crazy? Maybe so. I like those fights. Those are interesting. And the one with Rocky and Jennifer on season 10. Sorry, I had to think about it. I really enjoyed watching Britt and Red talking about their issues and what they've been through and whatnot, and why they were actually in the Bad Girls Clubhouse when they went to the pool and like sat with their feet in the water. I mean, a lot of people just don't really understand the real meaning of the Bad Girls Club because there's so many fights. But the meaning of the show, or the purpose of the show, is to get these girls to change. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people is like, why do you watch a show about fighting? Why do you watch a show where all they do is fight? But the show does have a background and a purpose, hence the reason they're bringing in the life coach and their parents and having them talk about their issues and whatnot. It has a purpose, and a lot of people don't understand that. So it was cool to see them talking about their real reasons for being there and how they want to change themselves. I always like seeing the girls talk about how they want to change themselves and what they want to fix as far as their personalities go. As As far as Linsey goes, Linsey was really cracking me up. Like, she was like doing the most in the confessional, and she was talking to herself, and then the Michael Jackson scene, and she was just crazy. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Linsey's stupid, she's crazy, she needs to leave. But I kind of really would have liked her to stay, because for those of you that watched my Meet the Girls of BGC12 video, you could see Linsey's personality when she's sober, and she seems really, really cool. Like, she seems kind of conceited, but she seems really cool, and she seems like someone that I would like to hang out with. And that's the only reason I don't think she's completely insane from what I saw on the show, because she's really cool on that interview with Mona Samone. So I think you guys should definitely go check out that interview so you guys can actually see the real Linsey and see how she is when she's sober. And you might even like her. Like, you might like her more than any of the other girls, possibly. So I'm going to link you guys to that video below. The opening fight wasn't really surprising to me because they showed it in Making It to the Mansion. I mean, I liked it. I liked how they set it up. I liked the editing. It was different from what they usually do. And I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. And a lot of people were complaining about it, saying, why did they show it to us in Making It to the Mansion? If you haven't watched Making It to the Mansion, you probably wouldn't know this, but I'm pretty sure many of you have. They usually show scenes and sneak peeks of upcoming fights and whatnot to show you how the girls are in the house and to hype up the season. So what did you expect? Like, I don't understand. What did you expect? Keep in mind that the opening fight happened the second episode, so we're gonna see it soon anyways. So I don't understand why everybody's complaining. Like, they showed it to us and Making It to the Mansion and ruined it for us. I mean, it was gonna be ruined 2 weeks later anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. But I really liked how they did the opening fight. And think about it, if they showed that to us as the opening fight and they showed it to us on Making It to the Mansion, then that means there's so many other things that we haven't seen yet that they haven't showed us, and we have a lot more to look forward to. So I don't understand why everybody's complaining and getting their panties all up into a bun. Another thing people also really seem to be upset about for some reason is the fact that they showed Asia. I know this is kind of like episode 3 type stuff, but they showed Asia in the commercial leading up to the end of episode 2, and people were on Twitter like, why did they show the new girl? Like, did anybody see that? Who didn't know that Asia was going to be on the show? Like, she's on the posters. Like, I thought everybody knew that Asia was going to be on there. Like, who doesn't know that? Like, I thought everybody knew this. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the people that's like really into Bad Girls Club and they actually look at the posters and what's on the BGC Instagram and whatnot. But I thought everybody knew that. I guess it's because they kind of ruined like the whole surprise traditional thing of when a girl comes to the house and then it's like, it's a mystery of who she is and how she looks and whatnot. But I mean, I thought everybody knew about Asia and that Linsey was getting replaced. Like, I thought this was like, oh no. Anyways, guys, that's it for my review. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe. And if you didn't, do that stuff anyways, because you will probably like the rest of my reviews, or so I think, or I hope. At least I had a really good time doing this review. I hope it's not too long for you guys, but I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and the episode 2 review will be up before episode 3 airs, so do not worry about that. I love you guys.